enemies frustrated cause I won't engage. I expose slaves, they ain't fucking with the culture wave. To hold it great, holding on the vocal aid. In the streets or internet like an open J. Young king playing the part I'm supposed to play. Sapio sexual vibration, I poke your babe. She at your neck like he ain't got the answer sway. J got a colorful aura like anime. Young bull flex on an old nigga, go figure. I'm in bed with success, cozier than cold winters. They got a massive team but nobody know business. I go with hits like a ho-ho, go with Christmas. Had to pause for the bros who missed it. Your boy flow wicked and so liquid. I speak life with my own bridges. My goal glisten, only cause I'm so gifted. What I'm saying, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it. Whoa. What I'm saying, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it. I know you feel the climate change in the multiverse. Came up off the stoop in that same hat, only shirt. How you calling that a queen if she only twerk? You on your own with that, son. Lonely birth, move authentic, views all tinted. We know that eye candy in them 2 doors rented. I ain't out of pocket, I've been cool for a minute. Then you dig your own grave and you dudes fall in it. Official moves, like them dudes wearing red and blue. Get a clue, it's what you really better do. Nothing but my hints are new in the vestibule. Anyone else step into, need a pedestal. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron belt. Divine for the monolines with the higher self. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron belt. Divine for the monolines with the higher self. What I'm saying, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying, I mean, you got something with it. Whoa. What I'm saying, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plum Queen. Well, it's Friday, the last day of the week, first day of the weekend, but you know I appreciate you giving me all of your time and your energy. Make sure you guys hit that share button, share, because you know we have to make AMPspiration go viral. All right, well, today's topic was came to my mind because of the holiday season. You know, we had Valentine's Day yesterday, and of course, every time we have holidays, you know, you have some people who celebrate them, and then you have those, you know, such as me, who don't, and try to educate everyone that does on why, you know, they quote unquote shouldn't. And all of last year, every holiday, you know, I put out information and, you know, memes and videos of, you know, just giving out this information. But what I have noticed is it's really not going anywhere. You know, you can put out information all day, you know what I'm saying, truth, like I'm talking about Christmas or, you know, all the fallacies of all these things. But at the end of the day, you know, these holidays are honestly deep rooted in our culture, unfortunately. And, you know, this is the way we were raised. So it's really hard to, you know, ask somebody to stop doing something that they've traditionally done, something that they enjoy, you know, and in their minds, they feel like this is, you know, family time, because that's how I see holidays anyway. Holidays is, in this country, those are the days that you tend to spend with your family, because to be quite honest, you spend most of your time at work. So we all look forward to these holidays so we can celebrate with one another, our family and friends, and, you know, all that good stuff. So how do you switch that up? How do you educate somebody or have somebody understand, you know, that, you know, this is not that there's a backstory behind these celebrations, you know what I'm saying, while not dampering on the fact that it's celebratory. So I've been looking at some things and seeing some people posting, and I thought this was a really good idea. So that's the whole topic. You know, if you want different results, you need different actions. So something that I'm going to not do is next year, well, actually this year, I already have plenty of information about each holiday, that comes up. So I may, post the information again, but I'm not going to harp on, trying to stop people or ridicule people, from celebrating these holidays. You're going to do it. But how can we transform this into helping our community? Because that is the point. Invoking change, that is the point. Uniting, that is the point. At least that is my point and my agenda. So how do we do that dealing with, what everybody's mindset? So like on Valentine's Day, for example, no, I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. To be quite honest, it's not necessary. I get love every day. Valentine's Day should be all year round. I feel like this is what we need to promote instead of just being upset or bashing people for using that one day to celebrate. We just need to promote love every day. Because I tell you guys, I've suggested to you all to watch the documentary or the movie or even read the book, The Secret. And there was this one thing that Abraham Hicks said that stuck with me, and she got it from Mother Teresa. She said, Mother Teresa told some people, never invite me to an anti-anything rally. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's anti, do not invite me. But if you have a pro, situation, or then you invite me to that. If you have a rally or or a program, something that has to do with what you want, the change you want, invite me to that. We have to understand what you put out in the universe is what you get back. So if you keep saying, I don't want this, this is bad, don't do this, don't do that, guess what? You're going to get more of that. Parents, right when you tell your children not to do something, it makes them want to do it. Ain't that how that go? So what makes, us any different? The more we tell people to stop celebrating this and stop doing that, it makes them want to do it even more. That's just human nature. There's no right or wrong to that. That's just what it is. So the point is to be effective. So how do you change the minds or, switch that scenario? How do you do that? Because you telling them not to do it is going to make them do it. So what you do is, since they're already doing it, let's find a way where that can benefit our community. So again, with Valentine's Day, you need to, instead of tripping about celebrating it on one day, you should just continue to promote everyday love. If you're in a relationship, Valentine's Day should not be the only day that you guys go out and talk about it and love up on one another. See, if you would do that on a regular basis, then it will take a lot of the clout from that day. That day won't be so important because you're receiving that same treatment, those same gifts. Because let's keep it a buck. Valentine's Day, all everybody do is get dressed up, go out and eat, and go home and have sex. Let's keep it a buck. You're not doing anything extra special. There's nothing religious about it. Nothing, there's no real substance to the holiday. It's a day where you get dressed up. Men buy women presents, flowers and candy. You pamper them so you can get some extra, not even some extra, to honestly get the same sex that you got the night before or the night before that. I mean, y'all saving, you're saving tricks for Valentine's Day. Let's keep it a buck here. You doing your thing is how you do your thing. It don't matter if it's on Valentine's Day or not. So if you just promote that if you just do that on a regular basis, then it won't be a big deal. Because the real issue with Valentine's Day is not the origin of it and why we celebrate it and the guy, that it's all about. What the real issue is how people feel, lonely and unloved on this day because they're looking at social media and they're seeing all of the couples and this day is wrapped around, being in a relationship. It's not really about love, it's about romantic relationships. So if you don't have a romantic relationship, this makes you feel like you're lacking. That's the problem. That's what needs to be fixed. So we need to promote all types of love. Not just being with a person, because, you know, somebody said something very true. It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. You put so much hype on this one day, you know, and people be feeling bad and, you know what I'm saying, sad and even depressed because they're not getting all this attention. And a lot of them don't even know this is the only day that some of these people only get attention. Somebody posted, you know, happy Valentine's Day. I think it was a celebrity. I think it was Rotimi that posted that. Don't you know there's a lot of people that only get love on Valentine's Day, and all the rest of the 364, their significant other is loving up on somebody else. But we put so much emphasis and so much emotion on this one day. That's what we need to stop. When you're talking about love, that should not be a designated day. That should be every day, especially if you're in a committed relationship of any kind. You are supposed to exude that love in every day. Valentine's Day should not be the day. You should not be worried about that day. And that's what we need to promote. See, if we promote that, personally for me, Valentine's Day wouldn't be an issue. Another thing that I feel like we should do in general with all holidays is Black people. We need to start spending our money on us. Like with those Valentine's Day gifts. Why don't you find a Black florist? Why don't you find, you know what I'm saying, a Black candy company or somebody who sell, or even if it's not, they don't own the product. That's what they're selling. They have a convenience store or something where they're selling items that are, you know what I'm saying, are seasonal. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend, my friend Emily, who has a Naturalista bar. You know, shop with her to get your smell goods or your, you know what I'm saying, your package or whatever. Let's buy Black during these holidays. Let's get our, you know what I'm saying, economics popping during these holidays. Me personally, I wouldn't have an issue. Because people are going to celebrate this anyway. It's already in your mind. So how do we fix that? How do we make this benefit us as a whole? How do we promote unity? Because going back and forth about what we should celebrate is just another way of division. It is what it is. Me trying to tell you, no, don't do this. That's going to put, because you want to do it. So that's going to make you, you know what I'm saying, that's a form of division. That's the problem. Everything that we got going on is always a reason to divide with one another. So I'm trying to come up with ideas on how you can allow everybody to do what it is that they want to do, but we can still come to a common ground so we can get to the goal that we need to get to. This is chess, not checkers. You got to use what you got. It's almost like, you know, this is the Matrix. You seen the movie The Matrix? Well, guess what? They inserted themselves into the Matrix so they can facilitate certain things. They had to use the Matrix to their benefit, to free people. That's kind of what we got to do here. That is my suggestion. Now, I told you guys this year we're doing, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting into research and things of that nature. So there's a man named Charity Croft, Archduke. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. You should go on his Instagram as well as his Facebook. He's a very knowledgeable young man. He has music out, and everything he has going on and everything that he says, you know what I'm saying, has, you know, knowledgeable, and it's beneficial, you know what I'm saying, to all people, not even just Black folks. But he does videos on holidays or anything that has a misconception or that needs, you know what I'm saying, to be brought out. So he did a video on Christmas. You know, all the fallacies about it, what it really means, and, you know, where it stems from and all that. Of course, we all know it ain't got nothing to do with Jesus or his birth or none of that. You can't argue with me. You can do your own research It is plenty of research out there, you know what I'm saying, that proves that Christmas is not, Jesus is not the reason for the season. But that's not the biggest issue. Honestly, that's not even the point. The information that he came up with is, in America, we spend $465 billion on Christmas. I'm going to say that again. $465 billion for one day out of every year. Okay? Now, he says, according to the charity Water, it costs 5 racks, $5,000, 5 stacks, however you say that, to buy a well. If anybody doesn't know what a well is, the thing that you put in the ground that provides water. So that costs 5 stacks just to buy one well. And one well can provide water for 250 people for 20 years. I'll say that again. One well that costs $5,000 can provide water for 20 years for 250 people. According to Feed the Children, you can buy one meal for 300 people for $120. So you can feed 300 people one time with $120. Okay? So when you do the math, $120 times 3 meals times 365 days, and then add $5,000 to that to add the water in it. That comes up to $360. Why can I not say this right now? $360,400. I don't know why I couldn't just say that. That was crazy. But yeah, so that amount of money will provide 300 starving people. Okay? So that's 3 meals for 300 people for a whole year. Only costs $136,400. Okay? So, with the money that we spend on Christmas, which is, I'll say it again, $465 billion. With those calculations, we can feed 1,020 million people in 1 year. That's for all of the revenue from one day. Not to mention all the other holidays that you spend money on. Just one day. So pretty much, and here, the stats on how many starving people are in the world by the World's Food Programmer's hunger statistics. There are 795 million starving people on Earth. So literally, with the money that we spend in this country on one day, we can end world hunger. That's what's important. Not the fact that Jesus is not the season. That's what's important. The fact that the amount of money that we spend on one day can literally end world hunger. This is the information that we need people to understand. So instead of buying gifts on Christmas, because again, people celebrate Christmas, but you can reprogram how you celebrate this holiday. Instead of buying toys, an unnecessary, or buying another TV, or another PlayStation, or whatever it is that you buy for Christmas. You have the opportunity to actually help the world. That's what needs to be pushed. That's what we need to focus on. Because that's going to help us. Everyone knows somebody. I live in Macon, Georgia. I see homeless people up and down these streets every day. That is something that we can do in our communities right now. You can still celebrate Christmas. All you got to do is change your reason for the season. And again, you can still celebrate Jesus and if that's how you feel about doing that. But actually have some substance to the holiday since you're going to celebrate it, and let it help your people. That's what I'm going to be promoting from now on. Every holiday, I'm going to put out those stats. And I'm going to challenge us, you know what I'm saying, to do something about that. I saw somebody post something the other day. You know, it would be a really dope idea for every holiday, again, like I said earlier, to support Black businesses. I don't care what holiday it is. Whatever it is you buy, wherever it is you spend your money, make sure that person looks like you. That's what every other nationality does, especially in, you know, in their selected communities. They buy from their own. You think when the Chinese New Year comes about, do you think Chinese people go to somebody else to buy their Chinese stuff? Do you think, you know what I'm saying, when, you know, when the Indians have their, you know what I'm saying, whatever holidays or celebrations they have, don't you think they buy that from their peoples? Decorations, all of that, whatever it is. They get that from their peoples. So that's what we need to do. So if you do celebrate Christmas, whatever it is you're going to buy Black. And if you want to take it a step further, don't buy unnecessary shit. Let's try to end world hunger. Like I just said, it takes $5,000 just to buy a well to provide water for 250 people. They still don't have clean water in Flint, Michigan. It only takes 5 stacks to provide them with 250 of those people with water, and that's for 20 years. I didn't think about this. I'm gonna have to do the statistics on how many people is in Flint, Michigan, and see how many wells it would take to actually fix their situation. Those are the things that we need to worry about and we need to be focused on. Those are the changes. No, those are the actions that we need to get the results that we want. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't, you know, other people who are posting that information, absolutely do that. Keep posting the information, because there are some people that still don't know, you know, the history of holidays. There are some people who, you know what I'm saying, you know, just don't research. Again, we go along with what we do. So, if you know, you got to do better. We got to do something. It's not going to come from somebody else, I promise you. Yeah, there was this thing going around about this big argument about T.I. and Floyd Mayweather and all this other stuff. I've been seeing lives and things about it. I really don't get up with, you know, celebrity stuff, to be quite honest. If it ain't got nothing to do with anything, you know, that's going to help our people, really try to stay out of that. But, you know, we look to these celebrities to help us because we feel like, you know, they got the bread and, you know, they're supposed to do that. But the fact of the matter is, you know, most people are not about this life. Most people get into whatever field they're in for money. Period. I'm sorry. Mayweather did not start boxing to, you know what I'm saying, to save our people. He started boxing, you know what I'm saying, so he can get that bread. The man's name is Money Mayweather. I mean, the same with rappers and stuff like that. And, you know, your Beyoncés and Jay-Z's of the world and all of that. You know, we feel like they're supposed to, which they should. And, you know what I'm saying, in some form of fashion, but they're not. So, you have to X them out and see what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're rich. They're great. They're good. They can dip off. They don't have the, you know what I'm saying, the issues that we have. And if they do, they got the money to fix it. So that's another thing I think about. We spend so much money, you know what I'm saying, facilitating these people and their dreams. You know what I'm saying? In their careers, they got millions of dollars because those millions of dollars are coming from us. People that are buying their music, buying their clothes, and buying their tickets and all that. They're getting millions from all of the support. That's the only way celebrities get money. So if we were putting our money somewhere else, all those millions of dollars that we're giving them, and we actually put it in our own communities, that they won't be needed. We'd be good. We would probably all could, you know what I'm saying, prosper and facilitate our dreams. But what we're doing is spending our time and our energy facilitating other people's dreams that are not going to do anything for us in turn. Like, majority of celebrities got enough money to do this. If you put, I think it was some type of, I think how this whole situation started, there was some type of party going on where there was a whole bunch of heavy hitters there, you know, all the different, you know, comedians, rappers, and all of that. They were all coming together and they were celebrating their success, you know, their success. This was supposed to be a symbol of black excellence, you know, all of these, you know, black individuals who are successful, you know, with lots of money and things of that nature. So they were celebrating themselves. Now, all of those people in that room, you know what I'm saying, is probably worth more than $465 billion. If you put all of their net worth together, it was definitely more than $465 billion in that room. They can actually make change. They can end, those people in that room alone can end world hunger. We don't think about that. So, different results require different actions. So we have to do better. We have to change pretty much our minds on what's important. Is change really important to you? We say this, we talk about it, we complain about it, but are you really willing to make sacrifices and changes in your life to facilitate that? Because it's clear, ain't nobody coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the days when we weren't allowed to do certain things, we felt like, you know, if we just had the chance, you know, that we would be good. If we just had the opportunity, then we can help one another. Well, all those opportunities are here now. That's why you had that. That's why that group of people were allowed to do that, because of opportunities. And instead of them using those opportunities to come back and help one another, to bring, you know, to bring us up, they're just worrying about themselves and their group of circle of people and their families, not us as a whole. They're not coming and bring, like most foreigners do when they come here. They come here, make bread, they send that money back to their peoples. They, you know what I'm saying, they incorporate businesses, create whole conglomerates in another country to send back home. Don't get me wrong, they be living good over here. But the purpose is to take that money home, so home could be a better place. If wherever it is that they were living was on point, they wouldn't be here. But this is where the money is. This is where the opportunity is. At least that's what they think. So they come here and they do that. But it's all about their people. It's about the collective whole. It's not just about them. That's what we need to change. That is the actions that needs to change. We got to start sticking together, guys. We got to stop worrying about the wrong things. We need to change what's important. And whatever it is that we're doing, it needs to be able to bring us together in some form of fashion. Everybody has a right to do what they do. Their universe is their universe. You have no control over that, and to be quite honest, it's really none of your business what people are doing in their universe. What's important to the collective is the omniverse. That's where everybody is in. So we need to figure out what we need to do collectively in our omniverse, how that affects everyone, not the individual. I'm going to say that again. You have your universe. That's your life, your path, your perspective, the things that affect you. The omniverse is what affects everybody. We are all in this omniverse together, and we have to connect in some form or fashion so we can all exist. That's what we need to focus on. So, you ain't got to worry about me trying to bang on you for what you do and how you do. You can celebrate whatever you want to celebrate. That's 1,000% your business. The only suggestion that I have is whatever celebrating you do, however you do that, make sure it's benefiting your family, our people. That's all. That'll be a help. That's a stepping stone to where we need to go to. You can worry about the politics later. Because to be quite honest, once you start doing things and you do research and start learning and wanting to learn, it'll be a whole lot easier for people to grasp. People don't understand that. It's like, again, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. Everybody will pick that stuff up in their own time. I made an example about that on Monday. I have a homegirl. Both her and I have been big girls our whole lives, and we've both been on our journeys. You know what I'm saying? I call it now, a life transformation more so than just, weight loss. You know what I'm saying? But I've been telling her things for years about herbs and, water and all types of stuff. I've been trying to, every time I learned something, I would share it with her. But she wasn't trying to hear that. She had her own way of doing things. She did something once, it worked for her, and that's what she wanted to stick to. But it didn't work. To be quite honest, neither one of because I'm still learning, and I had to, even though the things I was telling her, there were other things that I didn't know, because that's why I'm still on this journey, and I haven't made it to where I want to be. But just the other day, she finally, I don't know what sparked it in her mind, but she decided to actually do some research on the body. Instead of just finding another way to, to not starve herself or find some kind of way to eat things that she want to eat, and still lose weight, finding a supplement or something like that, she actually did research on the body. Now, once she did research on the body and she understood, with timing, eat. I think she's doing the intermediate fasting. She came across that, and she's now understanding, how the body works with food. She's understanding how there's certain things that affects certain organs, and this is what, could be catalyst to weight loss or not. So she's actually doing research now. And we had a whole conversation, and she was just spitting back stuff that I've been telling her for years. And it used to agitate me sometimes. It definitely did, because it's like, damn, I told you that. But I have to learn, and I'm still learning this, that again, everybody is on their own learning curve. All you got to do is plant the seed. That's it. You can't make people believe you or take your advice. But all you can do is give out the information, because they can't unhear what they hear and they can't unsee what they see. So because I've been planting those seeds in her head, when she came across the information, it clicked to her like, yeah, yo, Tamaray was telling me that. Oh, shit, yeah. She did tell me that. Oh, I get it now. Da-da-da-da, or whatever. So now she gets it. So it doesn't matter if she got it now or later. She got it. And that's the point. My point is for you all to get it. So it doesn't matter how long it takes you. And this is something that I had to learn to not take personally. I'm growing. So it made me feel so good, that she's doing that. So now I can start spitting some more stuff at her. Year of accountability, all 2019. So you got to just plant those seeds. Give out that information, but let it be. Got to be creative, on how, you want to get this unity. Because what we've been doing is not working. Just banging on folks and just telling them that they're wrong It's not working. So we got to do something different. You know what they say when it's the definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You know what I'm saying? The way we handle, oppression, all that stuff, we have to change how we do that, because the way we've been doing things is not working. Like marching doesn't work. It doesn't work. These rallies and things, they don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole situation, I don't even want to say these people's names to even, what I'm saying, to give them any clout, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The, designer, the clothing brand, I got this whole controversy situation with the black lips and whatnot. Everybody is, talking about it and doing all this other stuff. All you got to do is stop buying they shit, stop talking about it. That's it. Being in an uproar about how racist they are, y'all already knew that. Wasn't it just last year H&M did some little campaign situation with the little boy and the hoodie and all of that stuff? You already know that these brands don't care about us. Y'all know that. Y'all know it's about the bread. You know half of these brands have stated that they don't even want us in their clothes. They're going to take our money though. And to even top it off on that, the majority of people that's bitching about the situation can't even afford to buy the stuff in the first place. So you're just, talking about this and getting all angry. Again, like I said at the beginning, the things that you're anti, everything that's anti, everything that you don't want to talk about, you bring it to you. You bring it to you. The more you talk about it, the more you give it your energy, the more it's going to prosper. How y'all think Trump got into office? Y'all talked that man there. I don't care how stupid. If y'all had ignored him, he'd have been good. He wouldn't have been there. But y'all, every little stupid thing he did, post. Comment. Complain. Y'all spoke that man into that seat. So anything that you don't want in your life, anything, you just ignore it. You starve it. You don't give it attention. That's how you eliminate stuff. That's how you stop. So if everybody stop talking and stop buying their stuff, you don't got to worry about that. They'll change that up, because all they care about, honestly, the 1%, powers that be, government, all of that. They only respect two things, and that's loss of life and that's loss of finances. David Banner said that. It's a whole fact. Those are the only two things that you can do or use to actually invoke change in these situations, even with holidays. Loss of life, loss of finances. So if y'all boycott all these places, or stop, not even boycott, no. Because boycotting means that you're going to stop for a little while, and then you're going to go back to it. No. Fuck them. Period. Don't spend your money with them. We are the biggest consumers in this country. The statistics say it. $465 billion. We can evoke change. We just need to know how. You need to understand the power that you have, the power in your dollar. That's how we are making these companies and these people and celebrity. This is how they're getting their success, from our dollar. So we need to change what we spend our dollar on. We need to start supporting one another locally. That's how that changes. To be quite honest, that'll switch up how celebrities flow. If celebrities thought that they had to do something for us or for our community or something positive in order to make money, that's what they will do. But they don't have to do that. Just like anything. Like, We complain about these reality TV shows, your Love and Hip Hops and things of that nature. We complain about that. But here's the thing. If we didn't watch it, if they weren't getting ratings, these shows wouldn't exist. So whose fault is it? Is it them for putting it out there, or is it us for actually buying and supporting it? Whose fault is that? You can complain about music all day, but it gets bought. All day. Y'all spend money on these tickets to go see these people. Y'all let y'all children listen to them. That's why these little Uzi Vert little dudes don't have to know how to rap at all. They look crazy. They all look like, death walking. But that's the wave. And your children like it. And you buying it for them. So how you gonna be mad and tell these folks not to give what you asking for, what you paying for? Same in other industries. Strippers and all of that. Porn. You can say all day how bad that shit is, but those are billion-dollar industries. Somebody like it. Y'all paying for it. These women and men are getting thousands of dollars to do these things. So what you expect people to do? You can't knock nobody hustle. How about we holler at the people that make this okay? Like my sister-in-law, she's a teacher. Why can't she make the same type of money as a stripper can? If her salary paid her as much as a stripper, I guarantee you there'll be more teachers than strippers. Remember, they trying to get it how they live. So if regular jobs paid like these jobs, like these industries, you wouldn't have to worry about these industries. You can't hate the player. Gotta hate the game. And you can't hate the game either. Because you already know this is a game. And you already know how it's played. So that's up to you to play right. Year of accountability. We already know how fucked up the world is, man. We already know how unfair the world is. We already know this. What you gonna do about it? How are you going to work around it? You want different results? It requires different actions. All right? That's all I got for y'all tonight. If you got anything out of this or know somebody that need to, hit that share button. Share. Because we got to make AMPspiration go viral. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Everybody that celebrated yesterday, I hope y'all got all the love. And sex you can stand. And I hope that continues throughout the rest of the year. I hope that yesterday was not the only day that you received love, affection, and all of that good stuff. Because if that's the case, again, you need to rethink some things. If yesterday, you was in your feelings because you felt like you didn't have love, or, you wasn't, I'm going to need you to change that too. I'm going to need you to love up on yourself. Love starts as an individual. That's another thing that we need to promote. You need to promote self-love. Once everyone loves themselves, it's going to be real easy to get with somebody else and love them. When two people love themselves, when two people respect themselves, when you know your worth, you're not going to accept nothing less. So when two people feel that way, that makes amazing right there. That's how we got to start looking at that. So love yourself. Do not allow that specific day to dictate your emotions and how much love that you feel like you have in your life. I know that's a hard thing to do. It was a process for me. But I figured that shit out. I'm going to say this last thing and then I'm going to let y'all go. When I first lost my arm, I was not sure whether I was going to have, a romantic life. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me losing my arm, like I keep telling y'all, I wasn't that girl. I was popular and everybody loved me, but I didn't have anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that was at least what I thought, that was attracted to me and would take me seriously enough to, you know, marry me, have children, and, you know, live the rest of my life, you know, like that. I didn't think that was going to be for me because I wasn't getting that type of energy before. So now I lost an arm. Well, shit, I'm definitely not going to get that. So I told myself, what am I going to do? Just be unhappy and not do the things that I want to do because I don't have a man. Like, I know this is very surface, but, you know, growing up, I wanted to wear lingerie and stuff like that. I wanted to feel sexy because they didn't show that. You know, you had to be skinny with long, you know, hair to be, you know, to be sexy and all of that stuff. So, and I also felt like you had to have a man in order to, you know, that's the only point in, you know, wearing, you know, sexy clothes or lingerie and stuff like that. So I told myself, well, if I'm not going to have anybody, that means I'm never going to be able to wear sexy panties or whatever. So how about, nah, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it. And I flipped it like, well, I'm going to just be prepared. Because I don't know if I'm going to have one or not. That's still a 50-50 toss-up. So just in case it happened, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have a whole selection, you know, a whole wardrobe full of sexy when he show up. That's how I flipped that. I could have been kidding myself. Who knows? The point of the matter is, every Valentine's Day, or, you know what I'm saying, just period, I'm not about to be feeling no type of way. I'm going to be sexy like everybody else. Everybody else having wine and eating out, well, damn it, I'm going to do the same thing. Even if I got to cook me my own little salmon dinner, you know what I'm saying, with whatever. I'm not last year. The year before that, 2 years ago, I did a photo shoot with my cousin. I posted the pictures. And I also, like I just said, I made me dinner. I bought me some wine. I got these really nice wine glasses. And I had me my own little sexy time to myself. I took pictures or whatever. And just like, yeah, these niggas is missing it. Like, somebody need to be, you know what I'm saying, be my Valentine. That was my attitude. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? If he ain't going to do it, damn it, I'm going to do it. Because, like, again, that's really all we do on Valentine's Day. Let's keep it a buck. You dress up. You go out to eat. We as women, we get some presents, you know, flowers, candy, jewelry, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And the return gift, you know what I'm saying, is some awesome sex. You know what I'm saying? Be a little extra because you bought us a present. That's really what it's about. So, damn it, I can do that myself. Eventually the sex came. But, you know what I mean? Like, that's really all that is. I can do that for myself. I'm not about to let this world, you know what I'm saying, make my universe fucked up. Like, I can't do that. I cannot do that. If I base my life on what society says we're supposed to be doing, I'd be fucked up. I wouldn't be on here talking to y'all at all. I'd be a sad case. So I have to defy everything. Everything that, you know what I'm saying, they say it's supposed to be, I have to defy that shit because I'm not about to let this world make me depressed. I refuse to do it. And I encourage y'all not to allow this society to do the same. Because I promise you, the majority of the stuff that you're seeing is fake. There are so many people, you know, celebrating these holidays and it's fake. It's fake as hell. They're just doing it to do it. And that's not what you want. Whatever you got going on, you want that thing to be authentic. You want the love that you get to be authentic. You don't want it to just be for show. If I don't ever, you know, do a traditional go out, do the Valentine's Day thing, I'll be cool. Because I know when me and my dude get together, it's real. I don't need all of that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to get something for Valentine's Day. I did. But that stuff is not important. It's really not. To be quiet, you know what I'm saying? His presence is what's important. You know what I'm saying? Our connection is what's important. Because once that day is done, now what? Valentine's Day is not going to sustain, you know what I'm saying, you for years. It's not. And to be quite honest, what I got going on in my life right now, you know, this is a year of accountability, the year of sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to do little simple things, you know, because the way I'm seeing it, where my future is, I want to do holidays on a whole nother level. Like, who want to go to, you know what I'm saying, the Applebee's or Red Lobster or even some, you know, man, I want to have Valentine's Day in Dubai. How about that? I fly into another country somewhere and do that. How about that? You know what I'm saying? With this whole Christmas situation, like I was talking about, actually building a situation where we can stop this hunger thing. That I can have a campaign or something like that, you know, each holiday to promote what it is I'm talking about right now. Those are the things that I think about. Because as long as I'm alive, those holidays come every year. I'm more focused on my agenda. That's where I want to put my time and my energy in. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's where I want, you know what I'm saying, our people to have our time and our energy into. So we can grow. And, you know what I'm saying, and we can actually facilitate our own holidays. That's another thing that I'm going to be doing. Didn't mention. Instead of me, again, talking about the holidays that I don't like, I'm just going to overly promote the ones that I do. Like, most people think that I should be doing more extra stuff for Black History Month. You know, I had some actually in my inbox tell me like, you know, you have all the red, black, and green situation, but you haven't really been posting, you know, anything about that. Well, you know why? Because I am Black History. Every time you see me on this screen, every time I post a picture, every time I post a meme or anything that has that promotes what I feel or what I'm about, that's Black History. I live this so that, again, this month is not that big of a deal because every month is like that for me. That's where I need y'all to be especially with Valentine's Day. I am Black History 360 days plus the 5. So I don't have to overly do that. Don't get me wrong. February and Juneteenth and Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? As I grow and I facilitate things, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to, you know, have situations where I can, you know, show ceremonial or ritual things where that's concerned. But what I'm not going to do is focus on what I don't like. I'm going to keep pushing that. Juneteenth is going, you know what I'm saying, is going to be, that's my Independence Day. So that's going to be the day when I got fireworks popping and you know, all of that jazz. What I honestly want to do for next year with Black History Month, I'm going to be doing a lot of research on people other than the cliche Black people that we talk about for Black History. I had saw a video last month or so where this actually a Spanish teacher was teaching a class, and she talked about several people. She mentioned about 9 people that I have never heard of that invented you know, important things that we use today. Black people that I didn't learn, and I was blessed. My elementary school was very Black orientated. I went to Huntington Prep PS40. Now, I don't believe that the curriculum is the same now. I believe that it has been reformed and it's now like every other public school. But when I was going, we were very pro-Black is the best, you know, word I can describe it. I learned about my people at a very young age. It's probably why, you know what I'm saying, I am where I am right now and doing what I'm doing. Black History Month was the most important month throughout K through 12 for me. No, lying. K through 5. Yeah, my elementary school ended in the 5th grade. Nope, 6th grade. So from K to 6th grade, everything was black, 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 I'm black, black, my thoughts so black. Seriously. So, you know, I knew about that. So when the lady was talking, I was just like, well, damn, I ain't never heard of this person, and shit, I ain't never heard of that person. So that's what I want to do now. I'm going to have a host of different people to talk about and to promote and give out information about. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of complaining at the fact that February is the shortest month. There's also, every week of February, there's some major event, whether it be the Super Bowl or Valentine's Day, or there's a couple of other things going on in the month of February that can deter Black folks from, supporting or, promoting Black history. So instead of me tripping about that, I'm just going to promote what it is that I want. I want to educate. We need to know about, if we really truly knew who we were and what we were capable of. This is why we don't have this information, because if you knew that, you would have a whole different outlook on your life when you realize what you're capable of, what our people are capable of. We just don't know that because we're not told. We honestly think that everything around us has been made and created by someone else when it was really created by us. Once you learn that, you'll start tapping into your own shit. Well, if my ancestors can do this, or if my people can do that, then I can do this. That's why why do you think white folk feel the way they feel about each other, about themselves? Why do you think they run shit? Because they know what they're capable of, and they're willing to stick together to facilitate that. They're great because of what their forefathers did. Whether it be through cruelty, murder, and all that, their forefathers did something, and they promote it. They celebrate it. That's why they feel like they're great. So we need to do the same thing. We need to realize what it is that we've created, what we've done, so we can know how great we are. That's what's needed. All right. Told y'all I was going to let y'all go. So I'm serious now. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all giving me y'all time and energy. And let's do things different actions, so we can get different results. Okay? Start buying Black. Start thinking about how you're spending your money with these holidays. Don't allow these holidays, you know what I'm saying, to determine who you are and your happiness. You should not only have joy on holidays. Your life should be joyful all year round. These holidays should just be extra. Okay? I love y'all. And of course, you be inspired. Peace.